I'm hoping to hunt her on my own.
Being a big,
I gotta
strong
catch
solo.
up anyway.
I get you. All right. Well then, what do you say? Well, Osprey, you ready to roll?
Yep. Oh, I should mark myself as ready, huh?
You should probably, yeah, do that.
Before you start hunting, give me a
Yes.
quick second, and you can add the second lobby info to the.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll do that anyway. Everyone else, welcome to another edition of Monster Hunter Monday. I am Nate, and I am joined by a whole slew of people. But among the official people is Tom, Cameron, Osprey's here too, and then we have a bunch of special guests. Getting to be pretty regular people, though. We're very, very appreciative of their help and their friendship. All right. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Cameron, I'm ready to drop the second ID.
It'll be about a minute. I'm still starting the game up.
Oh, you're killing me. All right, cool.
How was everyone's weekend?
Too short. Really too short.
Yeah. Can't we all agree on that one?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I finally have a new phone that works.
Oh, right, yeah. Osprey was giving us some updates on his situation. He's got a new phone. Let's see, and then Atomic Fox is doing what, Lyft now?
Yep, and it's going going really well for like demand and whatnot.
Awesome.
So there's that, and then I have my resume updated. I just need to add the new phone number. Now that I have the new phone, and then I did finally get my tax refund, which has been super helpful for like getting necessities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, overall things are looking up. I also have a lot of stuff on my Redbubble shop. So that's a start on just having something extra. I think I'm up to 28 designs.
Very cool. Got quite the collection going on.
Yeah. I really like being able to do the tiled designs where it repeats the patterns. And I have an app that helps me draw repeating patterns, so I get these really cool kind of repeating patterns that I can then put up.
All right, Nate, it is posted.
Yep, and it is also now up on the screen as well, although it's not as visible as the other one because you're not as important.
That's fair.
All right. Yeah. In the meantime, let's go on this quest.
So, Osprey, were you there for D&D yesterday? Can't remember.
No, my phone died, so my alarm didn't go off, and it was like at 70-something% when I went to bed, so I didn't think to charge it.
Oof.
Yeah, I was not, and since I was where I've been sleeping doesn't really get signal, so I couldn't get any Discord messages.
Oof.
Even if my phone was like on my iPad or anything, because the Wi-Fi didn't quite reach out there, so no.
When
Cheryl, welcome to the chat. Welcome.
Certainly interesting.
Hi, Cheryl.
I'm sharing my brain space with Eldritch God right now, so that's fun.
Oh, good. You got a roommate. Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, this was a Domain of Dread?
Yes.
Okay, so this was your fault, Cameron.
Yes.
Not my fault. Players have agency in my games. They have choices to make. Andrew chose to
not
allow
die.
himself to be possessed.
Not die.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh.
We're really just splitting hairs here.
Speaking of D&D, I am actually starting to try to flesh out Byers' family history a little bit. Because now that I've actually... I have this problem with characters where I'm like, I don't know if I'll actually get to play them very long. So I have like almost this fear of getting too invested in their backstory until I kind of get used to what the environment is and whatnot. But now I kind of want to expand on Byers' history a little bit.
All right.
I think that's a good way to go. Hey, Reggie Lecky, what's up? Reggie Lecky, if you are looking to join a hunting hall, we have lobby number 2 is open currently, so hop on in. It's up on the screen.
All right. So you're not too far behind. You weren't too late, Cameron. Did everything go all right at the office today?
Yeah. Well, kind of. We
Okay.
We went through half of the planned test runs for today, and then our combustor died. So the reason, like, I was able to make it because we didn't keep testing, but then I was late because I was busy troubleshooting. We're figuring it out. We are figuring it out.
One mistake at a time.
Yep.
Oh, nice placement, Tom. Well done.
So what are you? Are you hunting Lunagaron right now?
No, we are warming up with a double hunt of Somnacanth and Garangolm.
Gotcha.
Luna's a really fun fight when you get to him.
I'm looking forward to it. It's the fight that I've been looking forward to the most. It's probably my favorite of the big three designs.
Did you fight Demo Malzino by chance?
No, I haven't done any.
No, you did it with the. Didn't you do the demo with us, Nate?
We did do the demo Malzeno fight, but we haven't done it.
I don't think I did.
Yet.
I don't think I did.
Maybe it was just common.
No, I didn't.
I don't think I did the demo.
Cameron and I did, and then I think a few others.
I don't think I did the demo because I, at that point, I was not doing anything that wasn't related to career stuff.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about how's the program and everything been going?
I mean, we started week 11 of 14, so we're almost done. We're almost there. We're getting to the point now where they're actually telling us to go schedule these types of interviews for real. No more practice. You should know your shit by now. I don't feel like I know my shit, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So
you probably know more than I do at this point.
I don't know, man.
In general.
I don't know. I feel like concepts and stuff I'm good, but when it comes to actually implementation, I don't know if it's really sinking in as much as I wish it would.
It's one of those things where it'll happen just the more you do.
Yeah, I just got to convince I got to convince somebody to give me a chance. That's really what it comes down to.
What field are you in?
So I'm learning how to code. I'm learning Java, and I'm learning SQL, Postgres. Let's see, I'm doing HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Just did Vue today, Vue.js. And then I think if we're doing that, we're not going to do React, but or Angular, although I am interested. And then what else are we doing? I feel like we did some API work, and if there's anything else, I can't remember.
You taking college courses for this or something?
No, this is a breakneck boot camp essentially. It's just a sprint through 14 weeks of absolute nonsense.
Huh. Oh, good luck.
Thank you. I'm hoping something productive comes out of this.
That reminds me, I actually have some study. I got a list of things to study, specific links for learning some technical art stuff.
Very cool.
So.
Where is it? Oh no,
I think it's
Tom,
underground.
Oh, okay. So I'm starting up Lunagaron now.
Oh dang. Okay, fine. Be that way.
So much for solidarity.
Exactly.
Where did Somnacanth go?
Somnacanth's underground somewhere.
Yeah, I only know one quickie way through this side, but I'm gonna come by Garangolm. He's taking a nap though. I'm gonna leave him alone. He's full.
Yeah, we'll fight him as a team later on.
Yeah, I am almost to MR70 now.
Oh, right on.
I've taken a break from Sunbreak, so I don't think that the title update is gonna actually have you be anything past MR, I don't know what, 10, 20, some of that.
Yeah, you only have to be MR10 to do the update.
When is the coming out next week? I know they said August. Does it have a specific date yet?
Just August, I
No,
believe.
it's just August. They only announced the MR10 stuff today.
Nope. My bad.
I did see the trailer for Lucent Nargacuga.
Is that what's coming out in the title update then?
Yes.
Yeah.
For right now,
I'm
just kinda killing Shigaru and Gore to get the titles for them.
Oh, Furain's joining on this hunt.
But yeah, that's occupying most of my time. playing Sunbreak, just killing Shigaru and Gore. Because I need more Mantos from Shigaru.
Oh really? What are you
be
trying
fair,
to farm?
Mantos, Shigaru Mantos.
No,
Yeah,
I guess what are you trying to build with it?
Oh, there are after MR50 you unlock access to rarity 10 Shigaru weapons, French naming conventions or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like Leclerc and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not the point. Point is that you need mantles for those rarity 10 weapons.
Gotcha.
Max
Have any
it
of you
out.
guys fought? Have any of you guys fought Lucent Narga before back in 3U?
Nope.
Yes. We fought everything in 3 and 4.
Oh, Luna Garon's just like kind of sleeping. Oh, so cute.
Oh, it's up.
I might record this.
Okay.
Okay.
He's so cute. Let me kill it now.
Let me ruin its life. Which is to say, end it. Alright, it's up top.
Lucent Narga was a lot of fun back in 3U.
That's the one that teleported, right?
Yeah,
it teleported and it was invisible. Hey, Paz.
Yeah,
Paz,
essentially, yeah.
Paz, join the lobby I posted.
Or else.
I remember the cloudy moon shards were a pain in the to get. People were grinding those for like ever.
I don't think we ever, because we like played 3U like when 4 Ultimate was out already. So we weren't. We were just trying to. We wanted to hunt every monster in it once, at least. So we did do that successfully. We got through Abyssal Gaiacris, but we didn't. I don't think we like farmed Lucent Nargacuga super hard or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee people are gonna farm that fucker.
Yeah, you had to last time.
I'm completely happy with the Shigaru weapons, to be honest with you. They look nice. They got good affinity. They got good raw damage. So I'm good with what I have, but I'll do it once or twice, maybe.
And then the Nargacuga or the Lucent are like fucking god tier.
Meh.
They were last time.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be this time?
Exactly.
Well, I think.
Well, I mean,
only that,
Nargacuga,
Nargacuga
regular
still
Nargacuga in base rise was like that one thing that everyone wanted. I didn't, obviously, because I'm built different. But and then Shigaru just was a better Nargacuga for master rank.
I'll say my suspicion, the way, at least based on the way they've done updates for World and then Rise with title updates, it feels like they will make sure that the weapons that come out with the title update will be like maybe not defining the new meta, but a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Because it's fucking Monster Hunter. Are we surprised by this at all?
Well, to me, it actually was a surprise when it happened in World and Iceborne because Monster Hunter didn't follow that model. Like, I think it's a consequence of Monster Hunter World being a
all right.
I want to say lifestyle game, but I recognize that's not the right word.
Like
live service.
Like live service.
Live service, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes. The older Monster Hunter games didn't do that. Like your build, whatever was like best for you, wasn't determined by whatever the newest update was. It was just.
I mean, the older games also had 2 separate games that you had to buy. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't far off.
yeah, I don't even remember if they were actually like 2 full price games because I got 4
They
for
were.
like $15.
They definitely were trying, and then 3U was another full price game.
Meanwhile, Sunbreak and Iceborne are just like slightly less full price. 40 USD, I believe.
Damn, he uses
I love
how you-
Garon's posture. Is this a new
frame?
Frame? Yeah. Is it a new skeleton? A new
I would have
frame?
thought they would have used like an Odegaron style.
Well, Odegaron doesn't get up on its back legs.
Yeah.
For sure.
God, this fucking slam is killing me every time.
What are you hunting?
We're just doing a Garangolm right now. It's it was part of the 2-part hunt.
Paz, I am hunting Lunageron. I'm doing the urgent right now if you want to join in.
Give me a second.
I am playing Fear right now.
Ooh, a
Peter's
classic.
such a fucking.
I don't know
Have you
what
played
makes
them
it so
all, or
good,
only
just
the
like
first
the AI, but yeah, Peter's great. I guess it's just like, there's no real music except for like certain sections of the game, so you just have like yourself, a gunfight in the distance, and whatever's in the background next to you.
So I know I've got flinch free on. I think it's just 1 point, maybe it's 2. But it's so dangerous because like I'm not registering that I'm getting hit, and then I look at my health bar
Yeah,
and it's
because
like,
its attacks
Yeah,
don't flinch you
really
out of it.
bad in
It's just
Master
like
Rank.
Wait, no
like
one's
combo.
streaming, right?
what?
Is anyone streaming or no?
Yeah, we're
In
streaming.
Discord or
Yeah.
on Twitch?
All right, so
Yeah.
don't say anything racist. But
Nate is streaming.
Yeah, my group is streaming. At least I mean, everybody can be heard,
We're all
but
on stream currently. If you're
I
in
just
this
wanted to
chat.
make sure if because
I
I,
mean, you
was about to
shouldn't-
say something that you put in chat.
As long as you're following the Discord rules, you're fine.
Okay. Well, no. So
Yeah.
you, me and him are playing Dragon's Dogma, and he's going like full wizard, and I'm going magic archer.
I went ranger.
Like magic archers.
I went ranger mostly. Ranger
Oh,
was
and he put necro, but instead of necromancy, it auto-corrected to another word, Nancy.
fun. Oh god.
Oh, why?
It was funny as hell.
Wow.
He had to change it, but it was
The-
really funny.
The
So, like,
game did that?
Yeah, no. Like Discord did that.
wow.
Autocorrect.
What a
I'm
what a
like-
weird autocorrect.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what did you just say? And he's like, what? I'm like, look at your last message. He's like, oh.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma is a great game also.
What?
It's a bit empty, the overworld is, but still a good game.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that depends on, I think, how you really like play that type of thing. Because for me, whenever I play Dragon's Dogma, it's always like, I always go in looking, being like, okay, I'm looking for this type of. Hold on.
Yeah.
The game hates me right
mean,
now.
I wouldn't call it.
Oh,
funny.
what a good break! Oh
Yeah.
fuck, no one can see it. God, I'm beating up on Lineker
Speaking
so
of
hard.
Dragon's Dogma,
been in the
I
group and
someone
won.
rented out my pawn today, and they came back with like 600,000 Rift Crystals and a level 3 bitter rack weapon. I was kind of confused, but I'll take it.
Right? My
I
favorite
don't-
thing is
yeah.
like when you're really early game and you go to like and you're in the like you're in the first village and all of a sudden you'll see like a level 75 player that's like worth 300,000 rift crystals. And you'll be like, I'll be there one day. But right now I have 6, so fuck off, you're too expensive.
Exactly. Yeah, Gregory is a great fight. I think everyone that's played the game can agree on that.
Cheryl asks, "How is everyone
I'm
doing?"
coming to provide backup, Cameron.
Let's go down the list. Let's see. I can't see. Okay, I guess I'm at the top of the list, but that's only because it's my
you're the one.
perspective.
Yeah.
I think
Well, then
we're
you
always
start,
so-
Cameron.
I'm doing pretty good. I had a pretty chill weekend. Han and I are still isolating. We haven't shown symptoms for about a week now, but
That's good.
we're, I think, just a little more cautious.
Yeah, very responsible of you. Good on you.
I'm hoping maybe next weekend we'll do something social out and about.
It
I'm
can
not
be
sure
arranged.
what yet. We ended up not going to the Van Gogh exhibit, so we'll have to do that sometime in the near future.
We should go see Thor.
Yes, I've heard good things about Thor. Okay, let's talk.
I've heard indifferent to good things. Yeah.
San Diego Comic-Con happened this weekend, and Marvel put out their Phase 5 lineup, and I have never lost interest in something so fast.
Oh,
It was
it's
just a
phenomenal.
block of like, here's the 20 fucking things that are going to come out in the next 3 years, and I was like, yeah, I'm not on board anymore. And it's not even that I have any complaints about superhero movies. I think I finally hit my level of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never really was into superhero movies that much.
I want to drop back a sec. You said you didn't do the Van Gogh
After phase
exhibit.
3.
Mhm.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
no, you're good. I heard you said you didn't do the Van Gogh exhibit. I have tickets to do one like next weekend or this upcoming weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. I
Oh,
don't know where
nice.
you're
Are you in Cincinnati?
I am in South Carolina, Charleston.
Oh, so it might be moving by then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I assume it's the same thing where it's like, it's not actual paintings of that Van Gogh did, but it's like
interactive
3D
interpretations,
like walkthrough type deal. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We'll have to see if we can still see that sometime. I've heard really good things about it.
I've heard nothing about it.
Oh yeah,
I saw some cool videos on Insta, and that was it.
Oh, fuck, Garangolm versus Ludogare on Turf War.
Ah, steel ladder match.
It's so good. Oh shit.
Throw the cage down.
All
right, we're gonna watch this intro.
See. I'll shut up for a bit.
Look at this thing.
There.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, like my weekend consisted of Friday night. Hannah and I just had dinner. We just like grilled out and stuff. That was nice. Saturday did D&D. Did a lot of chores around the condo, like just prepping it. And then Sunday was more D&D. We did a Domain of Dread as well as some Rime of the Frost Maiden. Is Cheryl in chat? Because we can talk about D&D stuff after we go through.
Yeah, Cheryl's in chat.
Yeah. All right, Nate. I think you're up next.
Okay. Like I said in the beginning, it was too short. It wasn't long enough. It was last week. Like last 2 weeks have been probably the hardest weeks in the program. So I kind of laid low this weekend a little bit. What the fuck did I even do? I don't even know.
Does anyone? Don't forget the wire bug spot to the left of the camp. Everyone seems to forget that for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll see if I can't find it. What the fuck did I do this weekend?
Group of vines you climb up.
The other camp is pretty close and has a lot of little attack wire bugs, but I'm too lazy to kill the small monsters to unlock it.
I feel that.
I bought Devil May Cry 4 yesterday.
Oh, 4? Yeah.
It's not going very well since I don't have a controller, but oh well.
Kind of hard to play, but.
So you're playing keyboard?
I'm playing keyboard, yes.
Oh man, that's that you're a trooper for putting up with that. So have you played the Devil May Cry games before then?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay. So are you working your way through them now, and you're just like you've made it to 4 now?
Actually, no, that's not it. I got the HD remaster of 1, 2, and 3 on Steam, and I've started with Steam, or 3 rather, 3.
Okay, well that's a good way to start.
Oh, you're not doing number 1's amazing.
Number 1 is campy, but it's fun, and
I played through that one. Like, we like 2 years ago.
Yeah, we did it for player guides.
When Hannah was in New York, Nate and I basically spent a summer. We went through Resident Evil 0 and Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good and all. I was just like, it's really clunky without the controller. Like use the attack button.
Yeah, that's gotta be really weird.
Just you 100% can see the appeal, but yes, I feel like the series has moved past it.
I put my mouse on the corner of my desk because it doesn't use a mouse, just keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just doesn't have that. It wasn't built with that in mind.
Nah, I mean it works, but I have to have like a secondary, like control scheme for keyboard. Hold on.
Sorry.
Can you only fight Ludogare at night? That'd be kind of cool, keeping with like the werewolf theme.
I think he only happens during these weird moon things.
Yes.
And not quite night, but like I guess close.
Dusk.
Like dusk. Yeah.
Woo! Dodged ya.
Yeah, after Lunagaron, the next urchin is Astalos, so have fun with that guy.
Astalos is nothing. Aspinos is not fun.
Fair point.
Oh, I missed him.
Cameron's gonna love that freaking weapon. I'm telling you right now. Cameron's gonna be like,
which weapon?
This is what your the
Which weapon?
What does the Espinos one give off? I haven't actually looked at that one.
Well, he's hunting horn, so pretty much he will poison it, and then do more damage based on the percentage of poison that he has.
Oh, right, using the actual Espinos armor, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I never used that. So
I'm gonna have to farm it.
Yeah.
I feel like that paired with the Camellia stat bonus would be.
But yeah, I mean the synergy is a bit nice, but I just like I rushed straight for Shigaru's armor because Shigaru's armor is really good.
Tom, what about you? How's your weekend been? We'll keep going down the list.
Yep, keep going.
It's been pretty good. Pretty much the same as it usually is. Debated going to the FC game, but did not because some friends that joined the server recently got me into Final Fantasy 14, and so I was completely back on my MMO bullshit.
Wait, really? Like on our Discord?
Yeah, there's a new one. There's a new channel. There's a new room.
A friend of mine who actually I know through some music Twitter people I follow who also likes Monster Hunter plays a lot of Final Fantasy 14. So I figured, why not? I'll give it a shot. Maybe give it a week or two, and then get tired of it.
I mean, I see our whole giant list of characters that have been in the main thread. I don't see the new channel you're talking about.
Well, if you don't have the role, you might not see it.
I don't see a new role either, to be honest. But does anyone here play Deep Rock? Deep Rock Galactic is pretty good.
I
Depends on. I don't like cooperation.
I don't like cooperation.
Cooperation in that game is infuriating. Like, cause you'll be like, I'm grooving, I'm just mining, all of a sudden, hey, do you have like anything that you can do with like 1,000 bugs? I'm like, no one can. Cool. I'm gonna bring them all this way. Sorry.
There was never any new role that you added if you were planning to, Tom, but that's okay. Anyway, back to
you enjoying it so far though?
Watching you beat up the Ice Wolf.
Final Fantasy 14's the MMO one, right?
Yeah.
Osprey, you played it?
Yep.
I never really was a big fan of MMOs, but maybe.
I tried it.
Osprey, what were you saying?
Very World of Warcraft, so I stopped immediately. Sorry, Osprey. Continue.
Sorry if I shot anybody. I tried to avoid it.
I primarily played White Mage, and that was a lot of fun. A little more so if I could get groups that were like not frustrating strangers that came to me for like, oh, I pulled too many things. Because at the time, if you pulled too many things, the healer wouldn't be able to keep up. I've heard that's changed a little bit, but I could be wrong.
Would you recommend it for someone that's never played an MMO before?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Conflicting answers, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear something weird that Lunagaron has? I think Lunagaron has the Sergio's chicken kick.
You think so?
Yeah,
possibly.
That fucking elevator scared the shit out of me.
Like the sliding kick or what?
Like this, like the back leg, like I'll scratch your claws out kick.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that's just like, it's a good way to describe it. It's just like, it's like Ancient's kick, I guess, from World.
I feel like it swoops a little more to the side than Ancient, but yeah, similar. Okay, Black Knight, I think it's your turn. How was your weekend?
My weekend, I didn't really do much. I don't think I've said this before, but oh god. I do SCP roleplay on Gary's so I've just been following.
Bro, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
SCP is the bots you wanna... It's hard to describe without context, but it's basically like... Have you ever seen like... What was that one? Warehouse 13?
Hey, we did it!
Oh yeah, Warehouse 13 sounds familiar.
I think it was... It's basically Warehouse 13, except like... multinational government organization.
Oh, okay. So it's like X-Files? Well,
it's
like an X-Files roleplay server?
I've never seen X-Files, but yeah, like anomalous objects.
Gotcha. Okay, because in Gary's mod, you can make things be weird objects.
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
It's very
that's
fun.
a cool idea.
It's the same bot. Yeah.
That's cool. So is it, I mean, this is me like coming from a background that I'm not super familiar.
Yeah.
Is it essentially like a campaign, like not D&D, but like a similar thing just through Gary's mod?
Machinima D&D, essentially?
It's like you have a bunch of different like classes for sense of anything, and then each class has like a different job that it does, like securities, protection of researchers and stuff. Researchers are done doing tests and stuff. Test subjects, test stuff. Here, I'll send you a link to it, Swishy,
Giant
in case you
multinational
want to check it out.
corporation.
It's
SCP, right?
Yeah, SCP. I sent Cameron a link if he ever wants to read up on it.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
I got a
Jesus
cutscene
Christ,
right
Cameron,
now.
Don't do that. You'll just go down a fucking rabbit hole.
Too late.
I mean, bro, if you really want to screw with your brain, check out SCP-1000. That one's fun.
I don't think I've ever read that one, to be honest. I'm gonna do that right now.
Bigfoot's real.
Isn't there one
I'm
that's
not
like
joking.
Massachusetts is an SCP? Like the entire
No,
state of
that one's.
Massachusetts?
I think that's like. No. Yeah, there's one that Bigfoot's real and.
Is this all
they're
like
mad.
creepy
It's all-
pasta stuff?
Essentially,
Not
it's basically a bunch
really,
of
it's-
user-created content that, like,
Yeah, it's not really meant to be scary. It's meant to kind of just like. It's things that would break your reality of conception and how you view the world. Like, are gods real? Cain and Abel are real. Does that mean a god's real?
Hey,
Is
Boom
there a
Headshot.
Garden of Eden? The fucking planet is an SCP. It's kind of
Oh man.
a bunch
Oh,
of
shit,
people
Malzeno.
together, and they said
oh
it's
shit,
pretty much
Monzano.
anything you can imagine. Pretty much is an SCP.
Nah, just make everybody a D class. Tell them to have a fucking nice day.
Yeah, pretty much.
This.
That's interesting.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
can't go
a
out
whole
doing
like,
that.
subculture that I'm just
Yeah.
not familiar with.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
that
neat.
SCP
it
shit is
originated on 4chan, so
Gotcha. I haven't been on 4chan in a very long time.
yeah, it was like a
Well,
really long time ago, like
It's no longer on
2007.
4chan.
Yeah, it's not on 4chan now. It's on its own. It's on its own
It's
specific
It
Yeah,
has
domain,
far
but
left that realm.
Neat. Well, that's cool. All right, then, Fox, you said you
Anyway.
can't talk. No worries. Osprey, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. I went on a hike. It's nice being
That's a
back
better idea.
in the NW because, oh my gosh, the trees here are wonderful. And lots of water. I have a phone that like actually can like function consistently, and the Atomic Clock has her own phone again now. And Lyft has been working out pretty well. I got my tax refund, so that's been making things go much better.
Hey,
Like, things are
I love
starting to
that
work hard.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's good to hear that, like, things are getting set up.
Sorry.
Starting to gain some momentum finally.
I forgot how
forgot
fucking
to-
scary fear is. I'm just.
Um,
Oh man.
I forgot to mention, I've also been doing my Redbubble shop, so that's been, I've been building up designs on there, and I'm up to like 28 designs on various products. And I'm still
Yeah.
adding.
I know we've got a link, so if anyone's curious about, do you want to maybe talk through one or two stuff that you've recently done that you like?
What up, NoobTube? What up, Boom Headshot?
I like the one that's inspired by Fire, because my D&D character, I do a lot more just kind of abstract designs.
Oh
rather
shit,
than...
I got a mantle.
Nice.
Or,
Nice.
sorry, not a mantle, a Lunagaron Frost Jewel.
That's essentially what you need. Yes. Good job.
Nice.
You got what you need for the
Yeah, so the
headpiece.
one that you did that's inspired by Vire, it's like a axisymmetric pattern, right?
Yeah, so what I've been primarily doing on Redbubble is on a number of the products that your designs can go on, they have a timing feature. So I create these tiled patterns that can repeat, and they basically fit together to fill the pattern area. So it's mostly just like focusing on cool or pretty looking designs. Just kind of trying to make it look nice overall.
Cool.
And I did also put the Osprey Rune icon that I made as a design too.
Nice.
I just saw that chicken kick. You kicked me right out of the middle
Paz,
of
you wanna pick the
air
next one?
charge.
No, go ahead, Cameron. You can do what you got to do. If you want to continue on with your MR quest, you can. At least until you get to your next urgent.
Yeah. I'll pick another one then. So then, all right. Next. Oh, hey, Shura. I didn't even see that you're on. Welcome. Is this the first time we've hunted together?
I'm not even in the lobbies. I'm doing solo shit. I'm just here in the VC.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I guess you don't know, but now you know. We are, if you're not comfortable with it, that's totally fine. We are streaming right now, if that matters to you.
I care less.
Okay.
All right, cool. So long as you're cool with it.
We've just been going down the list, seeing what everyone's been up to over the weekend. How's your weekend?
It's been chill. I got a procedure that's in this upcoming week. I'm not very excited about, but outside of that, I've been cooling. Killed Scorn Magnamalo the other day.
Oh,
I
nice.
will elaborate on that. Further
You mean
for
like a
people who
medical,
haven't
like an
checked.
operation coming up?
Yes, sir.
Well, knock on wood. Hopefully, there's no issues or anything.
It'll be my first one ever, so the anxiety is high.
Are they gonna put you under?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You'll
yeah.
be fine.
Once that.
I've been on. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I've been under
blink
so
and you'll
much
miss
they
it.
can no longer give me normal anesthesia. They have to.
There's
give me the
operations
real
I
stuff.
wish they could put me under for. Like, I would love laser eye surgery, but I cannot be awake during that procedure.
I got to watch that once. It was nuts.
Ah,
I'm more concerned
Oh,
about what I'm
man.
going to say once I'm up.
fair.
Oh, that's the best
Shit I'll
part.
be talking about.
Yeah.
A spot on the lobby did just open. If anyone wants to hop in
Lobby
on lobby
two?
number
Yeah.
2.
I don't trust your skills or anything.
Alright.
I guess I'm ready. I'm just gonna do. We're gonna do Luna Garon one more time because that's a fun fight, and I
Yeah.
want them parts. How did your hunt go?
We just beat it. We're in the middle of the cutscene now.
Toby,
What's
come
his
back.
name? The scientist guy is telling us he can't wait for us.
Bahari, baby.
He's waving us off.
I hate that dude.
He's
Really?
he seems
People
to
don't
be a
like Bahari?
favorite.
I think he's
Oh.
cool. I like
He's annoying.
his steez.
Oh, it's getting fiery bats. What's going on here?
Fiery bats?
It looks like little fiery bat. Oh no, yeah, little fiery bat. Oh no, never mind. They're like butterfly-looking things.
Kuro. How does everyone pronounce that? Kuro?
I
Really, the
fuck
game
is
pronounces them Curio. Or
Curio?
There it is. There's Melzino.
99% of the time when I'm hunting, so I heard like 0 in-game dialogue for the most part. I was just reading. I was just like, I don't know how that's pronounced, but I'll rock with it.
Kirito. Call him Kirito.
Paz, how was your weekend?
Kirito?
Sword Art Online, the best anime ever.
Oh, get out
So
of
many
here.
people are gonna be so mad at that shit.
You know what? Season 1 was solid, and then
Well,
it
Thing is,
just
season 1 is okay. Season
Sort
1
of.
was revolutionary in a way, just as a isekai, in my opinion, like for the new
Oh, yeah.
generation of anime. Right outside of that, SAO was kind of like, how really can we make a villain? And
Yeah.
just leave it at
yeah,
that. That's the real problem for me. It's
yeah,
just
that's a
very
real problem.
bad
And then the other
writing.
thing is like just from a like they kept like needing reasons for these people to come back into a game.
And keep
And,
falling
like,
for
if
the
that
same
shit
ploy.
Ever happened to me in real life, I would never play a video
No,
game
you
again.
would
Books
be
for
totally
life.
traumatized.
What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Sword Art
That
Online.
would never happen in real
Uh,
life because people be traumatized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an anime where people get essentially trapped in
Trapped
World of
in-
Warcraft.
Well, so I mean,
okay then.
Yeah,
So
but
And
best
then
World
deal
of
for
they,
me.
they get out on season 1, and then the rest of the show is them going into other games and getting trapped afterwards. And it's like,
yeah, every
come
single
on.
time.
fool me
Why?
once, shame on you.
Did hear the other one wasn't actually terrible since Kirito's not like the
Gun
main
Gale
character.
Online
in
is
the
pretty
game.
fucking fun.
Nah, I'm
I
talking
will
about
say I enjoyed Gun Gale a lot
Gun
more
Gale was-
than any of the SAOs. I had a fucking crazy weekend, but then again, I always have crazy weekends.
What did you end up doing?
So my family is a little eccentric, and by a little eccentric, I mean very eccentric. So they had a murder mystery themed dinner.
Oh yeah,
That sounds awesome.
Tell
What
us
are you
all
talking
about
about? That's awesome.
I mean, I love my family, and I was the killer. I was fun at it. I got away with it too. They all thought it was the driver. Nah, son, it was the army doctor. I'd be a surgeon. I'd be murdering. You know,
So
that's
how
just
does it work?
is.
Do you everyone goes in and you get like a card or something, and that tells you
No,
what
well, I
character
knew
you're
ahead of the time that I was 100% going to be the murderer. I was going to try to play D&D, but they were like, no, you're going to have to be around the entire time. I really wanted to be the dead guy, but they wouldn't let me, so I was like, sad. They were
You
like,
could
no,
just
we
said, hey,
haven't
I'm gonna
done
go
for
play.
that.
Hey, you could just said, hey, I want to go play D&D with some friends. They probably would
I
let you.
tried, and they were like,
Ooh.
no, you'll have to be social. Sorry.
Social?
Honestly,
but,
this sounds a lot like D&D
D&D.
anyway.
Yeah,
it
fair.
was, but it's like a bunch of like 60 and 40-year-olds, so you know, it's like.
All right.
But yeah, so that kind of like gave me inspiration for a new D&D. I want to give it a shot. This is much more comedy than I think anything else because I like comedy, and these dinner parties are never like super competitive. It's more like, hey, have fun.
Oh fuck! I'm beating up the wrong monster. Damn it!
My dumb ass.
And yeah, we were just having fun, relaxing, laughing. I was conversing. No one suspected it was me because apparently, the notes that I received were, "Wow, I didn't even think you were the killer. You're very calm." And I'm like, "Okay, that's disturbing. I can be a killer now. Let's go."
Speaking of
but
Ian, never mind.
you know, it was fun. We've had a bunch of them. They've had Greek parties, like not like Greek gods. So each person comes as a different, like quote unquote god, and the other party guest has to try to figure out which god you are: the Egyptian, Norse, Greek, anything but Christianity. Because apparently, when one person goes as Jesus, the world loses their mind.
So who in
you
your
know, they were like,
family?
"That's
Who in
too
your family
far."
is the
I'm like,
big
"But
party
Zeus
planner?
isn't." My mother is an amazing party planner.
Gotcha.
She is just, well, she's retired now, so she needs something to do. Something like,
Paz, what are you doing?
huh?
What?
Hi, Juju. I'm playing Monster Hunter, brother.
Ooh,
Why?
nice.
What happened?
Yeah, Juju, there's room in the lobby if you want to join.
Nice. I'm playing Dragon's Dogma. Basically,
Nice.
You just hit 40. Oh, Jesus.
I'm playing Fear.
Yeah, I almost have 600 magic.
Only.
But yeah, I had a really fun weekend, and now I'm writing a D&D campaign based on murder mystery monsters.
Oh, you got
really
inspired
quick,
then,
Cameron, every class is going to be a monster race. I just think that'd be fun.
Wait,
Say that again. Every class is going to be a what?
That's going to be a monster race.
Monster race.
Oh, I thought you said moth.
And the
race.
real
So
monster is the
moth.
human.
Yes.
No, but I think that'd be kind of fun because I mean, how often has someone been a hobgoblin in D&D? You know.
True. Yeah, it's hard to beat the custom lineage and variant human from a power gamer perspective.
So, this is not really combat focused. It's more investigation than anything else. I don't even know if I'm writing in combat. If I'm honest with you, I just started writing it. I have like 2 pages so far. And that's just setting. So I actually, oh shit, I don't even, do I need a map? I might not even need a map. I don't know.
It would be cool to do one that's theater of mind. I know we do have players on the Discord that for whatever reason aren't able to use certain tabletop simulators, virtual tabletop stuff. So a theater of the mind option would be neat.
Anybody in my room want to do a post a quest, that is perfectly fine. I'm just going through getting all of my speech bubbles popped.
I'm just trying to get
I'm down with anything.
Right.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was my weekend. I was just did a bunch of stuff, and we have fun, and family is family. So you know, you just learn to go along with it and do the things of the things of the things.
Nice.
So yeah, that's all I did was I was a murderer, and also Cameron, is he stuck?
Did I what?
Is he stuck, or am I on, or are you?
Oh shit! It might be my connection for the lobby.
Yeah, because he's like frozen.
Damn it. Well,
he's strutting on right now.
I think.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I was real confused for a couple seconds.
I don't know why. For some reason, me hosting a lobby causes issues.
Yeah.
Would you like me to host it?
I'll hunt this guy and then see what we want to do after that.
Yeah, how much room is there specifically? Like 1, 2?
Well, my
What's
lobby
that?
just emptied out. Convenient.
Convenient.
How convenient, Juju.
Yes, go to
By the
hunting
way,
game.
everyone that is on the thing, Juju's here. Say hi, Juju. They're streaming.
I say.
Oh yeah, Juju, we are
Osprey,
streaming. Hey.
Yes.
Osprey dropped back. So there's one open in our lobby.
Yeah, dude, like
Yeah, where's Osprey go?
Yeah, if anyone wants screen time at all.
Here, I'll hop over into yours. We'll
Okay.
If I'm having problems, I'll just hop
Sounds-
over into lobby 1.
Sounds good.
Hey, Ninek, what's up?
Cool. Anything cool?
I just need help getting to more 100 so I can fight Spicy Boy.
Spicy Boy.
Well, that's what he sounds like. Scorn my mom. Like, what else am I supposed to say?
Okay, so
That's it. I don't know how you got through the slog to MR100. It's just like, it's so dull.
Dude, I'm like 885 right now, and it's like...
That's cool.
Master rank 885?
Yeah, Master rank 85 right now.
Oh,
okay.
85. I thought you said 885.
No, 885, no. My
Juju
highest,
has
like,
somewhat
I
of a
don't
life.
know, man.
Not
I mean,
that.
Team Darkside got to MR200 in like 3 days. So,
No,
Well,
that's
we
guys
did.
basically
Didn't we
live on
fight
the
with someone that
same
was like
level.
999 MR?
All right, let me. I think Nate take down the lobby 2 info. Let me.
All right, will do.
Let me just finish this quest in Dogma, then I'll join you.
Anyway.
The lobby's full now, brother.
Yeah, you're good. Take your time.
Okay, close enough. I'm using the banana staff. It's funny.
So how's everyone doing besides what we said we were doing?
Banana staff.
I'm playing a scary game, so who knows?
Mm-hmm. Fear?
If
Yeah.
you scream like a girl, we all know why.
Yeah.
I mean, an elevator scared me, so who knows?
How?
That is
Wait,
like Fear was a
how?
legit scary game back in the day.
One of the, I was walking on a little catwalk above an elevator, and the one of the cables for the first elevator broke, and the second elevator just came crashing down for the top floor.
Oh no.
Damn it.
And I don't know. I was expecting it.
I don't know
so
if
it's back
anyone.
to the, now it's back to the shooter part of the game.
Oh, you mean the actual game part of the game?
Yes.
I'm trying to
10%.
join the quest. It's thinking right now.
Yeah,
Rather, we just did
25%
Luna
shooter,
Gary, but we
or
could
no,
do it
25%
again.
horror game, 75% shooter.
Mm-hmm. Ratharosa, yes, you kind of did miss Lunagaron. Sorry.
Maybe we'll do it again.
We'll
I would be trying to do it again.
I mean,
We'll do it
gear
2
looks
times
really
in the
fucking
campaign.
cool.
Daryl also asked about D&D.
Oh shit! I just
Maybe
realized
fun.
the bot works. I just saw stream cord.
Yeah, so the live streams channel should work. I wish I could do it for both YouTube and Twitch, but it should work for that. But it did take a few minutes, so.
Nice.
I got a long way to go.
Yes. Okay, so
Oh, no.
she's asking how is D&D. So let's go in chronological order. Who played in the Friday game?
Me.
You and Tom?
I think Tom, yes.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, I guess we'll start off with you. How was your first session of Spelljammer stuff?
It was
forgot
good.
about
It was
Spelljammer.
it was pretty interesting. It wasn't too like detail heavy, which I liked. It was just enough in the setting, but it was fun. It was Spelljammer Academy, so we didn't actually get to do anything on ships besides an inspection. But it was pretty much like our first day orientation stuff as a Spelljammer cadets. But it was pretty fun. I liked it a lot.
I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be joining session 2 this Friday. So my student missed orientation, but we'll hopefully.
You're a bad student. We get it.
Yeah.
Boom Headshot asked, "What is Spelljammer?" And I'm gonna guess that someone else here has a better description than
It's
I do.
it's essentially space D&D.
Yeah.
It's D&D in space, but magic instead of science.
So like Dead Space or like Mass Effect space?
Well, it's closer to
I
like
wish
Star
it was
Trek
Dead
and Mass
Space
Effect, I
D&D.
think.
It's
Yeah,
not like It's not like space. It's not like Dead Space. That much I can hear. I can tell.
Yeah, I guess it can be. It's Dungeons and Dragons, so you can set up a competition.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
In the older editions, Spelljammer, it took place on. Well, I guess it still takes place on the astral plane, but the astral plane in previous editions was the realm of thought, and like psychic powers and whatever. And you'd have a ship, but it was literally like a trimast ship that like sailed along in like you could essentially treat it like space with slightly different physics. But now it is being treated as literal space, like from one planet to another, as opposed to like
we do have real quick. We do have a spot open on lobby 1 if anyone wants to join.
Yeah,
sure. I get my ass.
If it's still open when I'm done here, I'll join it.
Either one.
Oh yeah, my NPCs, they're dying. Forgot.
But yeah, boom headshot. Spelljammer is not something that it's a setting that I think has been around since the 80s.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's been pretty niche, even for D&D stuff. It was never like the most popular setting, but it has a small group of very dedicated fans.
As someone who's played D&D for almost 5 years, I've only played one session of Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Is there? I've heard of Pathfinder. What is Pathfinder?
Pathfinder was a so.
It's essentially a different RPG game. It's you can
but it was based off of the 3.5 edition of D&D, but it got streamlined a little bit more, I believe. It's kind of like 3.75, really. It came about that time.
Like Path of Exile in a way.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Path of Exile.
Yeah, they're making a second one soon.
Oh, neat.
I
played that
Hold on, real quick.
a while ago.
Sorry to interrupt. Did everyone see the D&D movie trailer?
I have not seen it.
What are your thoughts?
I have not seen it, but I'm down for it. I hope it's campy as fuck.
It looks like it'll be. It looks like it's gonna be.
One of the characters dies and immediately is replaced by a character that looks same actor but different class.
Wait, what?
Be,
I really hope that it's not just shopping scenes like every single time.
So Black Knight, there was a trailer that came out because this weekend was San Diego Comic-Con for the Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's called Honor Among Thieves. Now, not a lot of people may remember this, but this is not the first Dungeons and Dragons movie.
The first one was awful.
This one looks like it'll be
potential. Let's just say that
it'll be fun action schlock.
Yeah, I think the first one had a Wayans brother in it.
If
I'm not mistaken.
It was not good.
Yeah.
I know a lot of nerds got real mad online that the movie isn't following the D&D 5e rules for stuff. But like fucking
hey man, it's called homebrew. Look it up. The director's literally in the rules allowed to make shit up as they go because homebrew rules.
Yeah, I would love if they did the Lego movie thing with it where it's like it is in universe, it's still a game. So they flash to like a group of like 15-year-old or 12-year-olds at a table every now and then that's like talking about stuff like when the tiefling wild shapes to become an owlbear, they can justify it by like a kid's like, well, this is the only mini I have, so she's gonna be an owlbear now.
Can you imagine those rules with the Minecraft movie?
That's called Stranger Things.
80 hours long.
Yeah, didn't they literally play D&D and Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a big.
I was just hoping that they would do a live-action adaptation of the '80s cartoon.
No, oh god.
With Venger.
Acrobats.
Acrobats.
You don't know what I'm talking about when I say acrobat.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they just ran out of classes because they're like, acrobat. Which is like is a freaking skill. It's not even a class.
Well, maybe for an older edition, it was a class. I don't know enough about old D&D to know.
I don't think it's been ever a class. I think they just ran out of shit. I don't think they ever played D&D. That's the Also, what a weird concept. Who brought that up? Hey, this game where you murder people, let's make it to a kid's cartoon.
Especially back in the '80s when there was Satanic Panic, like
exactly.
Like of all the games to like adapt it to a cartoon.
Honestly,
Okay, what about Doom?
I only know of
no.
the.
What
I
about
only
Doom?
know. I only know of the term "satanic panic" from a song, and I still don't know what it means. I just know it's the title of a song.
In the 80s, there was a In the 80s, there was a big scare tactic that because Dungeons and Dragons has devils and demons and whatever, and people were like role playing and acting out their characters.
Oh God!
There was scare. Yeah, they were scared that it was a satanic worship circle.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
and they tried to tried to play it up like if your character dies, you have to commit suicide or whatever. So,
it's basically just a bunch of conservative Christian Americans
finding something else to be pissed off about.
Found something to be mad about because the world was changing.
Yeah, but the funniest part is watch them try to actually pick up D&D themselves and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Does everyone know how the Sunday was created? Anyone?
Sunday?
The ice cream Sunday?
Yes, the ice cream Sunday.
No.
Someone put ice cream in a cup?
Once again, Catholic or Christian or whatever people came together and said, no more ice cream, root beer, ice cream floats, and that sort of thing on Sundays. because the kids just want that.
Ice cream is the devil!
Well, no, they more of the fact that the kids weren't paying attention in mass and all this shit. So they said no.
Sunday,
so then a guy was like, well, why not I just take out the soda and just give them ice cream? And people said, well, that's boring. So he said, well, we usually put like hot fudge into the ice cream floats and whatnot. Let's just put it on the ice cream. And boom, just to rub it in their face, they call them Sundays.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
that's
I didn't
cool.
know that. That's a little neat little bit of history.
I'm just waiting for someone to say Ice Cream Monday and just like make the worst thing possible.
And Ice Cream Monday is like
it's all nuts,
vanilla, and it's frozen yogurt is what it is. You think you're gonna have ice cream,
it's
but
low-fat
just
frozen yogurt, or no, fat-free frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Just mint ice cream. That's it.
All right.
No, you know what? It's not even ice cream.
It's just
okay.
It's just
like
cold
that
milk.
fat froyo crap.
So we talked about Spelljammer. So Black Knight, you had a good time with Spelljammer too. You played a different class for the first time. You weren't a warrior.
I played Ranger, but they essentially played the same. So it was only like
level 1. Yeah.
Level
Once you
1.
get to level 3, they'll feel a little more different.
Yeah.
I should. Yeah. Cameron Jay's getting back on Thursday, so
Dire
I'll
will
at
kill
the
him.
game.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm dead.
And then Saturday, Osprey hopped off, but Saturday, the group, the Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign, that group finally finished Chapter 5, which was exciting.
How long has it been going?
It's been going for a while. We've just, with people moving and stuff, it's like 2 years, but it's just we play every other week, and I shoot for a 3 to 4 hour session. And recently we've been skipping sessions, and we're lucky if we get 2 hours in because of people's schedules.
Speaking of which, Waterdeep, when is that coming off hiatus? I'm sure some people would like to know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. Fair question.
Next weekend, I believe, is the last episode we pre-recorded. And then 2 weeks after that, we will be recording our next episode. So people will notice a 1 session delay. The hiatus from the viewer perspective is only a session long, assuming nothing else happens. But yeah, that'll be fun.
Nothing else happens, I may join you on that if you have enough slots, because I didn't play D&D when it started. So
Waterdeep is both Waterdeep and Rime of the Frostmaiden are fixed campaigns. They already have like set tables. That's a big reason why I've been doing the one shots. The one shots are definitely an opportunity for other people to like join in stuff. Whatever I do when Waterdeep and Rime of the Frostmaiden are done, when both of those campaigns are complete, I'll be looking to run another campaign. at that point is when there will be an opportunity for maybe people to join in or whatever we do then. But yeah, for
also,
the
I'm also hopefully doing campaigns soon.
So Domains of Dread is just a giant one-shot, is what you say?
It's a series of one-shots,
it's
yeah,
a
that are
series
all
of one shots that
vaguely
are like,
connected.
yeah, they're kind of connected into a larger story. You could view it as a campaign, but it's also like no pressure if people like you notice there's way more people. Rime of the Frost Maiden and Waterdeep both only have like 5 players compared to Domains of Dread, which has like 20.
It's just whoever can make it. It's kind of a West Marches-esque situation.
Yeah.
Is that a Diablo reference?
West Marches? No, that's an old school way of playing some D&D.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of West March from Diablo. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, West Marches was developed, I think, in like the 70s, maybe the 80s. In
early
like,
D&D.
Yeah, and it's just a style of play where the players kind of set the pace.
Oh shit!
First Fate of the Night, not me. Oh yeah.
That one took me by surprise.
So Rise is doing good.
Rise is doing fine.
I didn't mean to set a trap.
From what I'm looking at, yeah.
I think it still sucks though.
Yeah. But yeah, West Marches is just kind of a players kind of determine what's going to happen next. They tell the DM, or like the DM says, here's the next time I can play, sign up. And it's kind of like a guild of players, I think. And they can go out on an adventure and make part of the map and then come back. And then the next week is whoever else can play, and that's a different set of adventures, maybe the same, but it's kind of very central hub modular type of play.
Yeah, I guess Tom, you could just because you are running a variation of West Marches, right? Could you describe like what is the
campaign that was
archetypal?
open to having like multiple groups? Like the West Marches part was that there was not one defined like story. There was like a lot of different bits and quests, kind of like MMO style.
Mm-hmm.
But
very episodic.
It was a hex crawl West March, so it was kind of just like here's a big open map. Here's areas you can go to, and here's quests that have like little markers to them. I've only run a few sessions of it so far, but it's pretty fun. But it is definitely a different type of work. Instead of working on one linear storyline, it's a lot of like breadth of like here's a bunch of little things versus like one big intricate story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a very fun way to do a campaign. It's not for people that are looking for like a narrative-driven campaign. It's very different from that. But I really like it. It's everything in a West Marches campaign traditionally is very player-driven. Mm-hmm. You decide where you want to go, and where you go determines what you find, and what you find determines what kind of adventure you have.
Yeah. I heard about a table that had like all the different adventurers would meet up in the tavern, or like tavern would be like the main hub, and there's a big table, and the adventurers would carve a map in the table. And other adventurers from like on a different week could see what the other teams had carved, and they're like, we found these ruins, but we didn't get a chance to like go in there, or we lost like 3 people trying to get in and we never did. So if you want to try, go ahead and give it a shot. But like, fuck that place.
Yeah,
so generated content. As well.
Nynek in chat said something interesting. Nynek says that they ran a West Marches inspired campaign, which I think is like a lot of people do that nowadays, where they may not follow the most traditional West Marches, like where you start from a town and you have to end your session back in that town kind of thing.
Yeah, mine for sure was not that.
Yeah, but a lot of people can still take a lot of inspiration from that style of game, which is neat.
It's more the philosophy for me. Like I have teleportation is a big part of mine. They basically have Hearthstones. If you ever played World of Warcraft, so narratively I made those work. So that's a fun mechanic.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Rime of the Frost Maiden, the table, they stole the Codicil of Light, which is the goddess Aurel's holy book. And they didn't steal it; they copied it.
Same thing.
From Grimskull, which is her temple on Faerun, like basically where she actually dwells in physical form. They managed to get out with their lives, and now that they have the book, the goal is to stop the goddess. She spends every night casting an enchantment over the land of Icewind Dale that prevents the sun from rising, and Icewind Dale is slowly getting colder and colder until everything's going to be frozen solid in the land. So they're trying to stop her, and there's an artifact that they believe that can reverse the spell. It's in a city that's buried beneath a glacier, and the Codicil of White has revealed how to open up the way into the city. So that's kind of what their focus has been on. Now that they know how to open the door, they have to find where the city is. So that's what they're working on next.
Sounds better than having the sun out all the time because you just don't. Like either way, it's terrible, but still, freezing to death sounds better than burning to death. Yeah.
But yeah, that's been fun. And then we were talking about Waterdeep earlier. It's essentially when you come back from hiatus, Nate, you got to fucking figure out what the fuck you're doing next. What do you want to do?
Oh,
yeah. Waterdeep.
Yeah. So
you just got to level 5.
Yeah. And then we gotta figure out. We gotta really put in some time where to finding the eyes.
Yep.
Like that is, they have eluded us quite a bit. But I think Roland's gonna have some other issues to take care of at some point soon.
Oh yeah, werewolf, full moon.
Yeah. We'll just see how that goes down.
Oh shit, I'm locked in.
Yeah, I've got a month roughly until school starts back up, so don't know what I'm gonna do for that 4 weeks.
Wait, who made? I'm really questioning who made D&D.
What's his name?
Gary Gygax is.
Gygax.
And then the other one is, I want to say Fred Armisen, but that's a Saturday Night Live actor. Gary Gygax did Greyhawk, and then the other person did Blackmore, and together they kind of formed the original rule set.
Yeah, because back then everything was homebrewed. So what was happening is that the idea was that you'd had a continuous game. Like what happened in Gary's game over at his house one week informed what happened at Mike's game, because that band of adventurers changed the world, and then your characters would persist between campaigns because life was cheap back then. We can do that.
I mean, is that not what happens already?
Not necessarily. It's
people, different games.
All right, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Then like the culture was like you'd have 30 people over at somebody's house, and like the living room was one game, the basement was another game, the backyard patio was another game. So
and it all stemmed from Dave Arneson. Dave Arneson was the co-creator of Dungeons & Dragons. Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax, and they were all big tabletop war gamers.
Mm-hmm.
So they did stuff like old I think the original game was called Chainmail.
Well, so the rules for Dungeons & Dragons said you need 2 games. You need Wilderness Survival, and you needed Chainmail, which are 2 different games to augment.
And they built on top of those rule sets.
Yeah.
Okay, when I think of Wilderness Survival, all I can think about is Don't Starve. It's like
dark.
Come on, Don't Starve is fun though.
Shanice requests that we hunt Luna Garen again.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
Certainly can. Yeah, I don't mind. I do intend on grinding out that armor set. That looks cool.
Might as well get a step up on it.
If you want the drip, as they say, you have to wait until MR10 to get layered armor. I think I said that before, but if you want to go for the actual armor,
yeah, I don't mind the skills on the armor.
I need a lot of outfit tickets too. It's like annoying how much I needed for my set.
Yeah, it's like
and I'm not even using that fit either anymore.
You get 1 outfit voucher for the 1 MR10 quest, so it's just like
I
need like 15 of them for a set. So
I needed like 21 for my set.
21? What are you making?
Think about chaotic gore basically. Just mix Shaggy with the other one.
So
and it's like
just regular gore.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get real chaotic gore in a title update at some point.
I hope so. I haven't actually fought that one, despite
I
my
want to see.
my title.
No. I want to see Yamasukami or Yamaka Ryan again.
Chaotic
because
Lore is fine.
they got a good the
He's
Yama
real
monster.
fine.
Yeah.
Is it like a combination of both?
Yeah, one it got like
Shikaru?
stuck halfway between its molting phase,
No,
so it's
I
half
know the
and
lore.
half.
I just meant like the attack patterns and stuff.
Yeah, it's a mix between the move sets.
It's
You never know
way
what you're
more
gonna get.
aggressive than either of them.
It's just very
It is a fun
angry.
fight. Yeah, it's a fun fight.
Cheryl would like a recap of the Domains of Dread. to know what she
Yamatsukami
missed.
would be a really fun one.
What's that about the main thread?
I haven't fought him in so long.
Oh, having fun with it?
Oh.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yama.
Yamatsukami is. I think that would be a really cool monster for them to bring back because of wire bugs.
So much though, because like, let's be
why
honest,
is everyone obsessing over Liggy, Chris? I feel like I've asked this before, but
because it's
the best monster, Black Knight.
I mean, in all honesty, it's a really popular flagship monster that hasn't got a whole lot of love.
And then Abyssal Chris was fucking amazing.
I've heard it was just like
So
they can't
good.
bring it back because it would like literally melt the graphics engine or something like that.
They had it working to a degree, but it couldn't get it to work entirely. It didn't like the floor.
Touching the ground at once.
Yeah.
This post launch, you see the clutch like bury off and shit flying across the map. That'd just be like the constant laggy.
Not to mention that Legiacris is amphibious, so you'd have to fight it in the water too, and that's not something they've ever repeated.
No, wait. Subspecies Ivory Legiacris only on land.
Yeah, but
terrible.
And also Generations Ultimate Legiacris only on land.
All right, what are we hunting first?
Doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean,
I died and I went
Somnacanth is closer. It's more out in the open.
Tom, what did you say?
I was saying we can use Somnacanth first to get some damage on Lunagaron, monster-wise.
Ooh, sounds good. Yeah, let's do that.
I'll pull up my aerial game if I can.
Boom Headshot, you are fucking watching a bunch of people play a video game, so, you know.
Who's the real nerd?
Yeah.
The people who know a lot about a bunch of shit, or the people who watch them to learn about a bunch of shit?
Yeah, no.
Let's see. 9X says, had an overarching story that was a system of obelisks that acted like quick travel points. At the end of the campaign, the players found out that the obelisks were holding points that bounded the traps. Oh, that's fun. So the whole campaign, they're like,
you were unlocking the cage.
A magical highway, but really they're unlocking an earthquake.
So it's literally just like Mass Effect with its whole like...
Yeah. Kind of inspired. I think that's a pretty common trope.
I don't actually know the lore of Mass Effect and the relays. I just know like Cthulhu spaceships are trying to destroy the world or something.
Whenever they're an obelisk, I think of the marker from Death Space, and it's just like,
no,
open it up.
Stop. No. No. I know where you're going. I don't like it.
What?
Okay.
Cool.
So, Daryl, I will. If you want like a proper recap, I can post that in the. I set up a channel.
Someone already posted that in the D&D chat. Or
I don't know if it's like a full, because it's only just what they have played. That's essentially what I was hoping is players will post recaps of the sessions they have played.
Recap.
So that,
some idiot got himself possessed. There you go. That's my recap.
But we did play the session. Oh damn! God damn!
That's a nice session.
Flinch Free is definitely tricking me into thinking I'm okay.
You're like the James Bond villain who can't feel pain.
Yeah, the last session was the second part of the Domain of Dread of Harakir, which is inspired by like the mummies and ancient. It's essentially the mummy. There's this Domain of Dread that is nothing but desert, ruled over by an undead god emperor. The party went there investigating rumors that the Radiga, the person that they rescued from the Domain of Dread of Falcomia a little while ago, recognized a place called the White Oasis in Harakir, so they went after that information. And basically you found a vestige, which is a portion of an ancient forgotten dark god.
I had to look that word up,
Is that
and I got like
still the same way as
very many,
vestige?
a lot of varying answers. It's like a magic item that scales with someone's strength. It's like, I don't know what the others were, a buff. Your definition is different than what I found on the internet.
Oh yeah. It's this is something that might be a little different than what the D&D quote unquote canon is. But yeah, so Black Knight's character is now, and you're not really possessed. It's just like a passenger in your body. You've got a dark passenger.
Well, it's like Darksiders 1 with the Joker.
We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. But Cheryl, it's been going well, and yes, I'll have a properly written recap if that's something that players would actually be interested in. I'll do that sometime soon.
I love
I'm trying to
slow-mo
think.
getting...
Tom, you played
I
in the
love
very
slow-mo
first
games, too.
Domain of Dread. Do you remember anything about it?
Me?
Yeah, I think that was
Arbitrary.
what Dementu, something like that, the French-sounding one.
Demontlu, yeah.
Demontlu, yeah. I do. That was kind of I don't know if it was more of a murder mystery, but it was definitely like it was an interesting setting where it was kind of political intrigue, but specifically the gimmick with that domain was that social status was like everything. Kind of like that Black Mirror episode with the social network thing, if you've seen that.
So like nobles versus commoners and stuff like that?
Pretty much. It was
the
very
Miss
like
Black
hard class
Mirror.
system. Cameron can probably explain it a little bit better, but that's what I took away from it.
Yeah,
was very much like
the Domain of
status
Dread of
and everything.
Demontlu is basically based off of France right before the French Revolution. So people are starving. The nobility and the people with money are ignoring the suffering of the common folk. Everyone's obsessed with showing off their personal wealth even when they don't have it. So like the example that I think of that was very evocative was the party was at a banquet, like a masquerade, and the food that was being served was a bunch of like pâtés of different sorts, and the reason it was pâtés was because the noble family that was hosting the masquerade could take food from like the rubbish bin and repurpose it into a paste to like serve it to people.
Health violation. Yay.
Yeah, basically, right? They're just trying to show that, hey, we can hold a big party even though they actually like can't do that very well.
All right, well, guys, I gotta go. I gotta wake up early for work tomorrow. Bye.
All right,
Have a
man.
good night,
Check you
guys.
later.
Bye, everybody. Have fun.
Don't it just
I'm the
love
cat.
it?
Fucking H.
And then Nate, you played in at least one Domain of Dread.
I did your dungeon crawl.
Oh yeah, the Crypts of Azaroom.
Yeah, I did that one.
Wait, no, I'm drawing really. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't draw any comparisons to the mummy from Harakir, but yeah, I just having a passenger in his head. Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
More like Yu-Gi-Oh having a passenger in his head.
I've never seen that actually, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, totally. Just...
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I know.
You're missing
I know.
out some quality stuff.
That's what we need okay, so let's come up with a new D&D
I
class.
absolutely want to do a
Card
card summoner
player.
class for sure.
Duel Masters,
So
please, so it can be funny at least.
Yeah.
Remember how they had a Yu-Gi-Oh MMO where you played as cards?
No.
Supposedly it existed. Like not actual cards, but you played as the things on them.
Do you mean when they did an episode of this show where they were inside a video
No,
game?
They did that a couple times.
Game. No, it was like a whole entire game supposedly.
My hot take is that I like Dungeon Dice Monsters a lot more.
Nothing
Nothing wrong with the OG game, but Dungeon Dice Monsters whipped. The GBA game was cool as hell. Like
Whipped.
you made your own dungeons. I thought it was neat.
Dude, what about Kingsfield? Kingsfield is fun.
Isn't D&D just Dungeon Dice Monsters? Really? If you
Basically.
think about it.
The grid.
Yeah. Yes.
Just maybe.
Black Knight is weed. Or sorry, not Black Knight. Boom Headshots is weed.
That's fair.
What does Danny say? I'm not into your weeb shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand anything that you just said. Might be my favorite
Hannah
thing he
and
says.
I watched the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh recently.
Oh, did you?
it did like I wanted to show it to her expecting it to be like funny.
Yeah.
And
no, it's
like,
just bad.
It was just bad. It's just
Wasn't
like
that the one where he loses the Exodia cards like almost immediately?
That's
the
like
first episode is the one where they're playing the game and then Kaiba
Joey
finds
gets
out
his
that his
ass
dad
whooped
has rare
in
cards and
10
beats the
seconds.
piss out of his grandfather.
Dude,
If you have a blue eyes white dragon, only I'm allowed to have that card.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly prefer the abridged series.
The abridged series is way better.
It's
Yeah,
the
even the
bridge
early
just like shortened, but not really. It's like
It's
Well-
shortened, and they take the opportunity to edit it down and make it like funnier and more cohesive.
Well, so when we say the abridged series, like an actual abridged series and like a serious one, yes, you're right. It's just shorter. But the Yu-Gi-Oh! The abridged series is the OG abridged series on YouTube that like started the like Team 4-Star stuff, like all of the YouTube like fan-made parodies.
Oh shit! I think I just disconnected, didn't I?
I don't know. Yeah, you just left the lobby.
Yeah, free space.
But yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series is a fan-made parody that makes fun of the series and the absurdity that happens in it.
We can all agree that the best anime is King of the Hill, clearly.
I mean,
oh, dude, no.
Listen, Bobby, he's a pretty strong character.
Bobby, you just gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
Exactly.
The heart of the Texan.
Dang it, Boomhauer, quit throwing my Exodia over the railing. That dang old Exodia can't be used against me, man. It's not gonna happen. Just there it goes over the edge
going
there.
back to D&D for a second. What's gonna happen after the Domains campaign or Domains series is over? It's just
what do you mean?
Like
What else is down the pike?
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
that I'm holding it a little close to the chest. I could do a couple things. It depends on just how much time and stuff I have. So the Domain of Dread stuff, like realistically I could finish all of that this year, and I'd like to. I don't think I'm starting up anything new myself immediately after that.
When my life gets settled finally, I do intend on contributing to the DM scene around here more often, more regularly.
So Nate will be DMing Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Hell yeah, no. I've got a couple ideas that I've been sitting on. I have made known to like the crew, the actual Arbitrary Hero crew. But again, it's really going to come down to whenever my life decides to settle down.
I'm not sure why, but I'm imagining Rock, the Swedish guy, just starting to scream in Swedish for no reason. And just like some entity.
No, it's like I think a bad idea is someone trying to make Darkest Dungeon into D&D.
Darkest, isn't that like the really depressing like?
Really depressing permadeath thing. So it's like, hey, the final boss. Remember that thing? Yeah, kill 3 of your allies just to win the fight. So if you messed up and kill all your things, get new players, and do it again. Sacrifice 3 people, 1 person lives.
There is a very fun RPG that like leans into that sort of like the idea that your characters are not going to live throughout more than a handful of sessions. It's called Shadow Dark, and at some point we'll be playing it on the
I thought you were going to say Shadow Run, and I'm like...
That's all. That's yeah. You have 2 different. Your characters, your players might actually die of old age learning the rule set to that. Oh fuck. Whoever healed me, that you saved the fucking hunt.
Wrath LaRosa, you're right. Lunagaron is a really fun fight. I've enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna have to farm it up. Ninek, I don't know what it is, but every show I remember loving as a kid, I go back and try to watch, and I'm like, how the hell did I watch this? I think it's just like, again, tastes change. If we were just as entertained by the same media as 8-year-olds as we are now, I think that would be kind of a sad lack of growth.
Exactly. Plus, back then, what were your choices, honestly? Like, there's been a lot more shows like to come into existence since then. Not that we had a lack of choice, but it was also a lack of like, there was no streaming. You just watched whatever was on Saturday or in the afternoons. Yeah, exactly.
Monthly Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Gundam.
One Piece,
stuff
maybe.
that held up from
Yeah,
One
our
Piece
youth.
2000. Don't know.
Beast Wars, 9ek, 100%. Beast Wars, if they took Beast Wars and they just remade it with new graphics, kept all the voices the same, like don't even re-record voice lines and stuff, that was just a solid bit of storytelling. I think kids' cartoons have gotten better over time. Like stuff like Avatar: The Last Bender, like that wasn't, we weren't super young when that came out, but it's just very good children's media.
Shit, I was a kid when that was like, y'all motherfuckers old.
Yeah, we are. Yes,
Yeah,
that is
I think it
true.
was
Indeed.
Sixth grade when that came out.
Stuff that laid the foundation for that like wasn't quite at that level. It was still very episodic, but it was very strong children's storytelling. To me, would be like the Batman cartoon, Justice League, X-Men, like the '90s X-Men cartoon.
The '90s X-Men was good. Yep.
'90s X-Men was like surprisingly arc heavy to the point where I remember watching it as a kid and coming home and watching an episode and having no fucking idea what was happening because they would show random episodes on like
in no
syndication
order. Yeah.
and without any regard to like what the last episode aired actually was. 90s Spider-Man is something I haven't gone back and watched.
90s Spider-Man is like the most crazy paced cartoon of all time.
Is that the one that's got the meme with like them pointing at each other?
No, that's like
70s
70s Spider-Man. Although I've seen that one too. But that's a completely different show.
Italian and Japanese Spider-Man are also good.
Japanese Spider-Man's nuts. It's Power Rangers, but with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man made you realize you were bi, Shneeze?
Yeah, Batman Beyond is still, that's my favorite
Or-
iteration of Batman. Coolest.
That's one of my
Beyond.
favorite. Batman Beyond
yeah.
was legit. I like Static Shock a lot too, back in the day.
Static Shock is great.
It did not get enough screen time.
Yeah, Static Shock was awesome.
Although there was a couple other spin-offs, like the Zeta Project. That was
Yeah,
interesting.
same animators.
Yeah, same. It was. They were like they started off as characters in those other shows. Zeta was
Rafflerosa,
actually.
how many DMs do we have?
Well,
So
it
it's kind of
depends.
popped off recently. So people who are actively running games on our Discord right now, I am doing it.
Tanner.
Has I think
Razor's doing one.
yeah, Razor Beast is doing it, and I think that is 9ek on chat. 9ek is one of our DMs, I believe. Tanner, our friend, has started DMing, and he's been really enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Those three and Paz, I think, are the ones that will be. We have more DMs than that, but the four of us are actively running games on the Discord over the next couple months.
Mhm.
And then out of that, we have an even larger pool
Of like inactive / reserve DMs.
Yeah.
Reserve.
It's something that happened very recently, and I'm not 100% sure why it happened. I put out some looking for group posts that were just like, hey, I'm running these domains. If anyone wants to play, come play. And then the people that have joined have just ended up being dungeon masters, which has been nice.
Huh.
Yeah.
Logan, shout out Logan is another one. Logan is running the level 20 game this weekend.
Ah, the 20 game. Okay, yep, that's cool. One of these days I'll have a life.
Talisman, please.
I didn't.
Oh, are
know
you rolling for
Cameron-
a talisman?
Nothing
I
in
didn't
particular,
know,
just something.
I didn't
The
know
best one I got
Cameron had a
was
had a
the
Reddit
Week
account
2.
until really recently. So that's interesting.
Yeah, do with that what you will.
There's
I
nothing wrong
think
with it.
my Reddit account is pretty plain.
It's literally just you like
Yeah,
putting out posts for your
Mine's-
stream, and you somehow have like
I've
100,000 karma.
only ever used my actual account to just promote charity stuff. The
Yeah,
rest,
I
all the
just-
other time is just
I
lurking.
just go on the gaming subreddits, and that's really all I do with mine. And now we're talking about Reddit accounts.
We're going everywhere.
Yeah, because we're running out of things to talk about, I think.
We got a spot open in the lobby still.
What else? What else?
Yeah, I was-
Who was talking about fear earlier? What was your favorite part of fear?
You were talking. You're the one that was talking about fear.
I was, but then
I
someone
was
else
talking about
chimed in.
Shigaru earlier.
Anyway,
I was talking about my favorite subject.
I'm not
familiar
with that.
I'll let whoever was.
Oh no, you got it. This is your game.
Fear,
It's all your.
Fair. Fear is essentially it's a FPS horror hybrid that. Yeah, I know. That's a really
It was
weird
good.
combination.
It was really good.
It's good. It's still good.
Shooter, I think.
It was a shooter.
Came out in 2005.
Yeah, it was on
so
360, I think.
essentially, yeah, PC, 360, PS3. Essentially, the backstory is that in like 2002, U.S. Army created like a splinter group called Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon, that is dedicated to dealing with reports of the paranormal, essentially. So there's a lot more backstory than that, but that's the basics. So Fear, the team, gets a call from a major DoD, Department of Defense contractor called ATC, that they say, yeah, we made a bunch of clones that were to be used by the U.S. military, and they were like trained psychically, but their commander, we fucked up. He's kind of mad at us. Could you go like help? So they go and attempt to apprehend and or kill Fettel, who's the name of the commander, and shit goes down from there, essentially.
Gotcha.
The AI is really good though, even for today's standards.
Hi, hello, how are you? I wholeheartedly 1000% agree with you. Thundercats 2011 was the shit, and it's a crime that they didn't continue it. I blame Korra.
Is Radiant Citadel the same as Spelljammer? Someone asked.
Don't think so. I think Radiant Citadel is more Planescape than it is Spelljammer.
Yeah. So someone was talking about earlier that Batman Beyond made them realize they were bisexual. Thundercats, I'm pretty sure, is responsible for a lot of kids realizing they were furries.
Yes, for
because
fucking
that
sure.
Chitara redesign was on fucking point. Yeah, Thundercats was awesome. Nate and I think we watched that as it came out, and we both got real sad when it got canceled.
Exactly. I mean, that was going to be such a great. I think that had the ability to rival New Voltron.
Yes, the New Voltron was also another good one.
Yeah, New Voltron was really good, but I think that could have been a similar quality. I really liked what they were doing with it.
They did that Young Justice
Young Justice was good
a while ago, and
was fine.
It gave me hope that there was going to be a Thundercats revival. And then
you know that Mercer and Friedel would jump at the chance to do that.
Yeah.
Who we going for first, Anja or Pookie?
I think Anjanath's up top. We can just go fight him first.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, Pookie. Yeah.
Pookie's gonna be a pushover.
Sorry, since it's kicking me off of lobbies. I'll just hang out and read chat stuff for a little while until we're done streaming. Rathlor, so yeah, we're hunting Anjanath and Pookie now. Oh, you already answered that. Radiant Citadel is the same as Spelljammer. No,
I think it's more Planescape than it is Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Yes. And I do not know enough about lore and canon to understand what the difference between those are. I have been reading through the Radiant Citadel book. I've gotten through the first 3 adventures, and I've been enjoying...
Is the city of Sigil mentioned? Because if it is, then it's Planescape for sure.
No. This is its own. So things I like about Radiant Citadel. This is, as far as I can tell, this is not really building off of old lore. The Radiant Citadel is its own new thing.
That's cool.
It is essentially a giant crystal tower, like continentally big, floating in the ethereal plane, where from different planes of existence, different tribes and peoples, different humanoids have congregated there in this kind of Mass Effect Citadel / Babylon 5. It's like a giant refugee camp that is morphed into a city. And on the surface, it is this utopia, but like the adventures, a lot of them are like showing how the everything's barely being held together by the leadership. There were 27 tribes that of refugees that came to the Radiant Citadel. There are currently 15 still there. I'm still understanding some of the background lore stuff. Each adventure goes back. There's 15 adventures in the book, and each one goes and deals with one of the 15 tribes that are at the Citadel. And it's not just that they live in the Citadel, they still have ways to get back to their home plane. So the Citadel is this like area of commerce between these 15 planes. The first adventure is not the cleanest structure, but I really appreciate the way the activities in it. It's an excuse to take place in these like market games, this like festival market game thing, and that's really fun. The structure probably needs to be reworked to make a little more logical sense, but it's still solid. The second adventure, I've enjoyed reading through it. The third one I am still going through, but it seems like a very unique and fun adventure that I definitely want to play. The second one is like super fucking creepy, and I could see myself taking it and just making it a little Domain of Dread adventure by itself. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, Guns Pony. I am reading through Radiant Citadel. I might end up running it after Domains of Dread. We'll see. I'm enjoying very much what I'm reading so far. Out of the new books, it's been my favorite. I have been very disappointed with the Critical Role book, Netherdeep. I think it has a very core problem at the center of the book, which is that the authors don't know how to write a campaign. They wanted to write a novel that characters can participate in.
Huh.
It's like the worst railroad I've ever read. It's here's my example. The first thing the party does, there's this competition they can take place in, and there's like all sorts of weird, dumb logical issues with the competition. Everything is individual competitions until the very last thing, which is a race, and then all of a sudden it's a team sport, but you've never established what the teams are earlier in it. Like, that's dumb. But then there's this, like, a lot of the book is about, like, okay, there's this rival adventuring party that you get to interact with over and over and over again. But the way the conflicts are set up with the adventuring party, I think in most campaigns, the players are going to kill those characters, like, early on in the campaign, and then what do you do at that point unless you force them to survive somehow? There's this race where you're trying to get this magic item to win the race, and it's tied to a shark that's in the water. And the party can go... they're trying to get the shark to get this item, and there's all sorts of ways you can do it, right? You can mage hand off of it, you can fight the shark, whatever. The campaign assumes you're going to kill this shark, because the next thing that needs to happen is the shark needs to have its death throes, so it knocks over some pillars in this underwater lake to reveal this MacGuffin that takes you on the next part of the adventure. But, like, think of, like, that line of logic and how many times that can get fucked up. Like, one, the characters are racing. Why would they go check out this new alcove if they've got the magic item and they need to go return it? Two, like, if they don't kill the shark, then it doesn't do the damage it needs to do to allow things to proceed. Three, if the NPCs get to the shark first, then what incentive do the players have to, like, participate in the next part of the adventure? That sort of stuff is riddled through, what's it called? Call of the Netherdeep?
Yeah, I think so.
Call of the Netherdeep has some really cool maps and encounters in it, but it's not an adventure I would want to run. It would be a lot of work to make it more robust and make sense.
I'm gonna bring it down this way.
Yeah, that's fine. If you run out, no, it's not a good area, so that works.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can't get a second go around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it won't. Okay, never mind.
No, it has like a 5-minute cooldown.
Okay, yeah. Now I know.
But yeah, I'm done ranting about D&D stuff. What are we talking about in chat now?
Well, near or not
This guy just
Right
decided
now,
to
this is
fall
about
my
apart.
favorite video games, but
Ooh.
theirs was a toss-up between Final Fantasy VII
yeah.
and Star Ocean: The Second Story. Don't know what that second
Oh,
one is.
my files.
Big Mario fan. Yeah. What's your favorite video game, guys? There you go.
Ooh.
Favorite video game? That's
Of all time. I
All
gotta
time.
think about that one.
Usually
It's probably Zelda
Earthbound,
game.
but we
Let me
followed
think
up by
about it.
Metroid Prime.
see, if you were to say series, I could give you that answer. Individual game.
Yeah,
What's
hard
your
one.
favorite series and/or individual game?
Monster Hunter.
Fair.
Yeah, Monster. I probably, if I sat there and thought about it, I'd be like, yeah, Monster Hunter's probably my favorite series now.
It's either between Monster Hunter or the Soul series. I played Freedom Unite as my first Monster Hunter back as a kid. I've been playing every single one since, excluding Frontier. And I never dropped the series unless I legitimately can't play due to physical reason.
Yeah. Okay, we got some answers.
Call of Duty.
Super Mario Bros. Wii. That is one that I have a lot of nostalgia for. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I think Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. It's not my favorite Monster Hunter game, but it is what I would consider the best Monster Hunter game. I think it's still like the best complete package.
Okay.
Yeah, it is really good. Yeah.
Harvest. My personal favorite is 3. I think still 3 Ultimate.
Harvest Moon's good. The one that I remember the most is like the one with 2 towns that you had to travel across. Like you waste half a day to get between towns until like the very end game.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember what it was. I think it was literally called like A Tale of 2 Towns or something.
Overgrown fucking dinosaur.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, nice.
Monster Hunter World.
I think my favorite is still The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
Okay.
Fear is a close second of mine. Obviously.
If I had to pick my favorite Zelda game, it'd be Twilight Princess. I
was gonna say.
I fell in love with Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess is just like free lovers unite. I'm sorry.
Twilight Princess is a really fun one, and I did fall in love with Midna when she transforms and she's all like an 8-foot tall princess. I was like, oh damn. I think if I had played Twilight Princess earlier in my introduction to the franchise, it might have been my favorite. But because I grew up with Ocarina of Time.
And Majora, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I love a lot of Twilight Princess. My only complaint about it is they sectioned Hyrule into these like chunks. And it's not a fault of the game, but it is something that like felt weird to me.
So disconjointed in a way.
There we go.
I guess since San Diego Comic-Con happened, did we get any video game news, or it was all movies and stuff?
I mean, we got Lucen Largacuga, but that doesn't really count.
They showed off a video of Lucen that was really about it that I paid attention to.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I did not pay attention to any of the trailers. I know there's a bunch that like Hannah wants me to check out. Like I think there's a new Black Panther movie, which I'm curious about what they do with Chadwick Boseman's character.
That's what I'm curious about too.
What they do there. I'm trying to think of what else I might care about. Oh, the Monsters movie. I heard that trailer.
Oh, Rob Zombie? Yeah.
Hilarious.
Monsters movie?
Yeah, Monsters.
He's Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Man who made House of a Thousand
Corpses and The Devil's Rejects.
The Devil's Rejects is making a Monsters movie.
That's fucking hilarious to me.
I think I've heard something about Rob Zombie and Halloween, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, he also made the new... Yeah,
2011.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie, baby.
Honestly, I like Rob Zombie's movies. I'm not a big horror person, but Rob Zombie has this like punkness to him that I like. And I was first introduced to Rob Zombie via The Matrix.
Yeah, Dragula, the remix, the Hot Rod remix.
Yep.
Yeah.
A great soundtrack. That was
It
like
was a
a
good
CD to
soundtrack.
own back then too.
Yeah, that was. I have that one. It was the coolest CD I ever had.
Honestly,
behind the scenes features are really cool.
It was
As
awesome
sad-
looking. It was a cool looking CD.
As sad as it is to say, I think the Dungeons and Dragons movie is the thing that I was most excited about. And it's not even like I'm not shitting on everything else. I just did not pay attention. There's like 25 Marvel projects that are out, but I couldn't name any of them except the new Black Panther. And someone said that Agatha is getting a TV show, but I don't care.
I'm
Well,
curious to see
while
Adam
we're on the
Warlock
topic
on the new
still,
Guardians 3.
What's everyone's favorite upcoming, like, I don't know, video game? I guess mine is Dragon's Dogma 2.
Dragon's Dogma 2, but if we talking about like in the future, the next
Yeah,
Monster Hunter
we're talking
main
like
console.
2035.
Okay, we talking like confirmed.
If it's
yeah,
that, then it's got to be Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild 2 for
sequel
sure.
to Breath of the Wild.
Because you gave a numeric date, I can't say Metroid Prime.
Yeah, just because you wanted to.
I'm joking. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know when Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to come out. We just got an announcement that's in the works. That's all we have.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
It's a pretty tight toss-up for me between Metroid Prime 4 and what the official title has been announced from San Diego Comic-Con. Here it is. Nintendo has said it is called The Legend of Zelda, the sequel to The Breath of the Wild.
The breathening.
Of course. The Breath of the Wild 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot of video games.
The Legend of Zelda: Inhale of the Wild.
Bayonetta 3 looks interesting.
What
is it?
Bayonetta 3.
I'd check out
I never
Bayo.
played a Bayonetta game,
For all
so
my
sorry.
preaching about video games, there's a ton I've never played, like Bayonetta, Metroid.
Nah, I'm highly interested in Bayonetta. Play that shit.
I hear they're good.
Elgado ticket.
Stray, I know Stray just came out. I want to check that out at some point.
I do want to play Stray.
I'm wishing for a new Splinter Cell game, but it's been almost 10
That's
years.
never
since
gonna
that one.
happen.
Yeah.
It would have to be like an entire franchise reboot.
I mean, they left some loose ends with Blacklist, didn't they? I
don't
can't
know.
remember. It's been a while.
I honestly do not remember how that whole series ended up anymore. Like, that is something that I have played in the past, but my brain has completely thrown it all away.
It was less complicated than Metal Gear Solid.
Oh man, there's like a rumor going around that in like 2033 or something, Kojima's gonna reveal something about 5 at some point. I think
he's moved on from that.
Well, yeah, no, like I think he's definitely moved on, but I think he's just like, yeah, or something about the game is gonna get released in like the next year or two because of reason XYZ. So
whatever.
So long as it's not like Metal Gear Alive, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, Metal Gear is just like, I don't even know how this. Walking nukes, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
Walking nuke launchers. However, if there was even a whiff of a new Zone of the Enders game, I'm there.
I just played there's a free demo for Second Runner on PS4 on the PSN store. I just played that through.
That's a fucking amazing game. Amazing game.
Ooh, okay. Here's the trailer that I'm kind of. I don't think it'll be. I don't know if it'll be good. But Neil Gaiman he's involved heavily with the new Sandman show that's coming to Netflix. So I think that shows a lot of promise. I'd be excited to check out that.
Okay.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm excited for that. Yeah, I forgot
we got a couple people on the Discord who are big Pokemon fans. I've fallen off the series, I'll admit.
I just can't. It's so much
Legends Arceus got me the most excited for Pokemon I've been in a long time. So at some point, I still need to go check that out.
That's the RP or the turn-based, not turn-based, but like the Pokemon game is not actually really Pokemon.
They changed.
I mean, it's
not
the
like a
evolution of
mainline
Pokemon
game.
shit. Because Scarlet Violet's mainline and it's about to probably run on the same battle system. So.
That's true. That's true.
It's the evolution, just like how World was the evolution of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that's a good point. If Arceus is treated as a mainline game, and it's like just the new direction that Pokemon is going in. That to me, that's a lot more exciting.
Yeah, that might reignite some stuff.
Still got enough Switch though, so I can't play anything.
It's about 8:20. Do we want to call it here?
We can call it here. I have one more booted up, but we can absolutely call it here. I do not need to keep playing.
Matter to me.
I got to prep for some interviews tomorrow, so it's not a
Oh,
big
yeah,
deal
yeah.
if we can't go.
We'll call this a stream here.
All right then. Thank you all for joining us, and we
Thanks,
appreciate
everyone.
you hanging out.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
And then what is it? Do you want to try and hunt later this week or what?
Yeah, if we can fit it in, we'll try and do another stream on Thursday. I'll definitely, now that we're in Master Rank 4, I'll be hunting off stream, absolutely. But in addition to that, maybe we'll try and do a stream on Thursday where we'll go after Astalos.
Kick some Astalos.
Astalos down.
Kick some.
Awesome, guys. Very cool. Well,
thanks everyone for hanging out. Have a good night.